Merry Christmas, nerds! Welcome to the Skookum Arts studio tour and QA session. Let's go on inside and check it out. Hello. Are we going? Okay, all right. Let's start off with Don't do that. All right. Let's start off with my desk. It goes up and down, as you can see. Here it goes. Maybe we'll just fast forward this part. So this is where all the art happens. I'm the artist on the project. This is where we. This is where I work. And here's where we brainstorm things. We write things down here. And this is where we game. See all of our controllers? You can come on up. So we have a large assortment of controllers, and then we have a TV for the controllers. Right there, yeah, that's nice. It's off right now. And then if you'll just this is our fireplace. This is where we stay warm in the winter. And we got a trash can. We don't have to use our hands. It just opens right away. You can step on it. An AC unit, 3D printer. This is where the 3D printing happens. This is where programming happens. Jed sits here, and his hands go here. And then this is where, here, Joel, how about, here, you take over. Come on over. This is Joel. Hi, Joel.
Hi. This is where I work. This is where I sit around the fireplace and open Christmas presents. But this is also where all the magic and game design stuff happens.
Heck yeah.
That's my chair. And then here's Darth Vader with a Pikachu hat and Overwatch glasses.
Beautiful. And then here's our scrum board. Very nice. And here's a stranger. Thanks for watching the studio tour. Welcome to the QA session now. We've pulled together some of you guys' most asked questions on social media, comprised it together in a list, and let's get right into it.
This being your first game, why now? What was the push that helped you decide to start?
I mean, I guess we were all getting to the age where a career choice, a career path was to be decided.
It was kind of a gradual thing. Let's just try something.
We started out doing this not knowing it could be a career. We just did it for fun. This being the first project that is commercially viable, we just kind of fell into it. We never all of a sudden felt like, okay, we need to take it seriously. It just kind of naturally faded into that.
Where did the name Skookum come from?
So we had a lot of different company names in the past that we were throwing around. It used to be Vapor Arts, and then we had like a list of like 15 different company names that we wanted to change it to. The one that Jed was voting for was Pompous Sheep. We also had Pop Tab.
Is it Chic Sheep?
Yeah, Chic Sheep.
Pompous and Chic.
Kind of sounds like a design line or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Once we looked up what the word Skookum meant, we really liked it, and we wanted to kind of be that as a company. Skookum basically means good, great,
like excellent, that
excellent,
type of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
something that's like Skookum is like well built or whatever.
Yeah, so we thought that would be a good goal for us to shoot for, is to always have quality work, something we can be proud of, something that is hopefully great. So yeah, it's more of a reminder to us that we need to make good stuff.
What was the original inspiration behind basing the Pedestrian on street signs?
Well, originally it wasn't even street signs. It was just the bathroom sign, and it was
I guess more specifically, it was like the bathroom character.
the bathroom
Like,
character.
Just the bathroom character.
And it wasn't in a 3D world. It was just a joke about the bathroom symbol needing to go to the bathroom. And so it was an endless runner that was going to be on mobile devices. But then, we kept getting more ambitious with it. We threw in the 3D world, and it snowballed into something way larger. So that's just another thing that we kept iterating on, and it turned into it being based off of the public sign system. But we never initially thought that was the goal.
What's next for Skookum Arts?
Well, we gotta finish this one first.
Yes.
Any post-release things that we have to do for the coming year. 2019 is gonna be a big year for us.
If everything works out, just more games, anything entertainment, it would be nice if we could move into other avenues of entertainment as well. But right now we're just focusing on games.
Yeah. What platforms will the game be on? So the platforms will be PC, Mac, and Linux, and then potentially a console. It kind of just depends on how well the game does and if the amount of time put into it would be worth it. So we'll kind of have to see once the game's released on those places.
On computers, it'll be on any web store that we can get our hands on.
Yes. So it'll be on Steam. It'll be on Itch and Game Jolt and hopefully GOG, potentially like the new Epic Store, anything like that. How do you handle online criticism or praise about the game, and how has it affected design decisions?
You take the day off.
Yeah. I think it used to affect us a lot more. It can be very helpful, but you have to be very careful to not read, especially negative comments. And then people who come up with ideas, most of them are great, and a lot of them have fed into the design, but then you need to be careful not to take everything too seriously, because then you're just going to be an endless tweaking things and doing all the little things that people want, which isn't realistic. So
Yeah, you can't satisfy everybody.
So we'll just satisfy ourselves.
Yeah.
if you could do it all again, what would you change?
Plan more.
Yeah, I think managing the project better and then sitting down and having a better game plan and understanding of the project before we're going in would be helpful. This project has been great because a lot of what we have created with the project has come through a lot of time and iteration. We just kind of fell into it almost. But it does take a long time doing it that way, which is a bad thing. So if we could have sat down and planned things out better from the beginning and had a better game plan, then potentially we could have cut down on the time and made it a shorter development cycle.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to take long because it was our first game, and so a huge chunk of it is just learning how to do the various things that you want to do. So if we started over from ground one, it would still take quite a long time if we had to relearn everything. But now that we have the knowledge that we have, future projects will hopefully fall in line a lot quicker.
When is the game coming out?
We're shooting for content complete in February.
Yes.
So that means the game is done, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
All the bits and bobs are in there.
Hopefully first quarter of 2019.
We kind of have a game plan from now until then, and everything's looking pretty good. At least from this point in time, it doesn't look like it will be longer than that. Is there a story, or is it just a puzzle platformer? I would say it's primarily a puzzle platformer, but there is a story. We're trying to make it so that it's not super hand-holdy where it forces you to sit there and watch a story. We want it to be very natural in the way that the story unfolds. It's going to be more things that you pick up on as you're playing, and by the end, hopefully the things that we've placed through the game will reinforce the ending, which is primarily the main portion of the story.
One of our design goals was to make a seamless experience. And so that means not taking the control away from the player, not like fading to a cutscene, any of that stuff. So all of it is just in-game kind of portrayal of the world and things you see and you interact with. They all have some kind of oddities or all hooked together into this overarching narrative, which by the end you'll pick up on and have a hearty laugh.
It's comedy.
How long is the game?
Over 40 hours.
Oh my word. So far, from what we've personally played and what we've had a couple other people play. It seems like it'll be between 4 to 5 hours.
It's all depending on how fast you can solve puzzles.
Yes.
And how slow you go through the game.
What's your past experience with game development?
We've made a few prototypes, some like game jam kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All the previous stuff we've made, it was very rudimentary. I mean, we did make like a multiplayer game that, I mean, you pretty much had up and running, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It worked.
It worked just fine. It was
You
like
could play it.
it was like a tank shooter game.
Mhm.
Pretty basic stuff, I guess.
Yeah, and then like everything else has been kind of like just little prototype games that weren't really anything. So.
Yeah, but I think by doing those little prototypes and stuff, it helped us understand not only like where we fit together as a team, but it also helped us see that this was something that we actually enjoyed doing and we could do it well.
What's your favorite games?
All right, who wants to start?
I'll do it. So I'll just list a few of them. I think some of my favorite games that I really remember and like have the most
Memory of.
memory of
Mhm.
would be The Witness, probably Portal, Inside, some of the Paradox games like Crusader Kings, Civilization, Age of Empires, all of those.
You're taking them all.
I am.
Daniel?
What is that? Oh, okay. So one of my favorite experiences playing games is when I played BioShock Infinite. I just really like the world and the story and all that kind of stuff. And then of course, the same as Jed, I like Portal, Inside, Talos Principle was fun.
I mean, a lot of mine are similar to Jed's, but I would add in Transistor and Banner Saga, The Last of Us. I think The Last of Us was kind of my first experience with a story-based game. I basically played through the whole thing in the middle of the night because that's when my brother would leave for work and then I would go and play on his PlayStation. But yeah, things like that, and XCOM, a lot of strategy and stuff.
We didn't even really get into console games because, you know, Spider-Man, PS4
Oh, yeah.
was really good.
Spider-Man.
The Uncharted series, Detroit Become Human. There's a lot of good games. But yeah. All right, so Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for watching the video. And be sure to follow us on social media, wishlist the Pedestrian on Steam,
Please.
and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I think that's about it from us. If you guys have any suggestions of videos you want us to make in the future, be sure to say that in the comments below. And we'll do our best to do that. So, thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!